He even found a tweet and made this point in his video that I doxed the mental hospital that Etika was at. But for H3H3 to find this tweet, he would have had to go to my Twitter.
So you did dox him. His mental health place. Get over here, Fruit Loops, Snoopaloop here. And you know what? Oh my god, I've been meaning to watch this for months. Like, Keemstar did his whole video in March, and then this video came out right after, and I've been meaning to respond to the whole drama, and I'm still going to. Damn it. Let's hear Keemstar's side of things, and then H3's, and then Keemstar's, and then H3's again. Because that's how we do. If you want to check out my last reaction, it was on Shut Up Productions to the whole nuclear thing. I remember all the stuff. I'm good. So let's get to it.
What is up, Drama Alert Nation, and everyone else that's going to see this video? This is not a Drama Alert video. This is not a news video. I'm making a video today responding to a video that was uploaded yesterday by H3H3.
Yes.
But the most damning thing that he accused me of is killing Etika. And that's what I want to talk to you about today.
I remember this too. I was on Twitter when this happened.
To try to pin another man's suicide on another person because of an internet beef that...
I don't know if he said you were totally responsible, dude. Just that you had a hand in it.
The basis of this whole Keemstar killed Etika is the interview that I did with Etika and some tasteless tweets that I put out. But more than anything, the interview is what gets the most attention in this situation.
He does have a habit of picking on people, and picking on people with, like, disabilities and stuff. Mental health problems.
I wish to inform Etika fans, friends, and viewers that Keemstar is not responsible for Etika's passing and should not be held accountable for my son's actions. Etika loved Keemstar's show.
She's a better person than me and a lot of other people on Twitter.
Make the segment as dramatic and entertaining as possible, not to use it as a vehicle of hatred towards the show's host and creator. Spread love and goodwill instead of passing judgment.
He's gonna do it again, though. No, I'm not gonna. She's right, though.
With kindness instead of recklessly breaking each other down. In God we trust, you will take these blessings I send out to you. And I must admit...
Okay, but Keemstar, are you really listening to that part of the message? This video is kind of old. Look at the content you've made since then.
Blaming me for his passing. So Etika's mom, thank you so much for sending it to me. A few days after the passing of Etika.
I made you chicken.
I'd like to read
I got chicken.
on Twitter by Etika's past
There's chicken waiting for me. I'll be there in like just a few minutes.
No way responsible for Etika's actions. Let's think about it some more.
Leftover fried chicken from yesterday. No, I'm listening to this.
They were friendly behind the scenes. Desmond was actually unwell, sick. So in short, I understand that Keem's past makes it really hard for others to change that opinion. This is ridiculous, and we shouldn't be engaging
We shouldn't be arguing that.
in this whole thing. I shouldn't be forced to respond to this. Etika's death shouldn't be used as a pawn to beat me in this feud that we have, H3H3. You really crossed the line.
It's kind of worthy of people's attention, though. I mean, what you did was not right. Even if you didn't cause his, you know what I mean?
But she said that I could use the screenshots. And I said, no problem, H3H3 fans can be the worst.
Any fan base can be the worst. Keemstar, really?
Moments where I said some stuff that was completely stupid and wrong. And they're all over. Everyone shared them. But I did not kill this man.
Fan bases are the worst.
Please don't think that I'm trying to absolve Keem of the wild shit he said. And then
Yes.
apparently people accused her, when she came out with these statements, of being paid off. He even found a tweet and made this point in his video that I doxed the mental hospital that Etika was at. But for H3H3 to find this tweet, he would have had to go to my Twitter.
So you did dox him. His mental health place.
If you see this, I want you to know that you're an amazing entertainer and thousands are counting on you to be here to entertain them.
And then when shit hit the fan, no, wait, I don't know if this is when shit hit the fan.
And then he was gone. He was gone for a couple days, then came back, started streaming.
Maybe, wait, actually, no, from the looks of it, it looks like it was.
I tweeted out, I actually like Etika. I don't think he's evil like Fousey, but he's definitely manic as fuck. Quoting, he actually acts like this, because that's what all of his fans were saying. I said, nah, not like this.
Right, but after you said all that other shit and did all that other shit, right? I mean, if someone I bullied started acting weird, I'd feel bad too and like be concerned.
To figure out through all these different outbursts that were happening over and over and over again, it wasn't one incident, it was multiple incidents. If he was actually losing his mind.
He wasn't the guy who killed him. He was part of the problem though. Like more, it probably seems to me like he contributed more to it because I follow him on Twitter.
We were going back and forth. Me and Etika's fans were going back and forth.
I follow him, so that's why.
And it got to the point where all of his
I'm
fans
biased
were
against
spamming
him.
clown emojis at him, calling him a clown because they did not believe that there was a mental issue.
Right, that was also a big contributor. Good point, Keemstar. That was also a contributor.
He was taken in handcuffs to a hospital and they let him out hours later. I'm not a doctor. You know, all of us on the internet are thinking at this time that this is a publicity stunt.
You shouldn't have been part of that crowd saying it was a publicity stunt, dude. Especially with your platform. I don't care how quickly he was in there. He was in a hospital.
Where he says this.
You know, I wasn't suicidal before. I really wasn't. But one thing I didn't realize was that the walls were closing around me so fast.
Etika was so confident and so convincing that, like, it made it impossible to know if there was a problem or not.
That's also another thing. Keemstar kind of doesn't have a real understanding of certain mental health problems like depression. Yes, that's what people with depression tend to look like. Remember that whole issue with, what's that YouTuber's name with the hat? Like, he wouldn't believe that that particular person was autistic for a while because he felt that autistic people acted a certain way. Tommy?
It's all predestined, Keemstar.
But the
Everything
scariest-
you've done up until this point.
But the scariest thing about
This rant, man. This is the kind of stuff that gives people chills.
why not?
Why do you fear death?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's scary because if you really think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. If it's just a simulation, who cares?
Because I was trying to explain to him that believing that this world is not real, believing that this world is a simulation, could put you in harm's way, could put you in danger.
Oh, was that your point? Really? Okay, here's my issue with that, though. You're a troll. He's a troll. Most recent example of his trolling, he's been tweeting out, "I did not have sex with Hila," which of course is like fueling the flames kind of thing. Even though it's a totally ridiculous rumor. He would murder. No, he wouldn't. I don't know. But you know what I mean? And he's like, no, I'm saying I didn't do it. But like those rumors are ridiculous anyway, and you're just kind of bringing them out in the open. So it's like him saying it's all a simulation. You shouldn't jump off a building.
You really think about it, then why live? Just jump off a cliff. Just jump off a cliff.
Him saying not to do something could
Who
be,
cares?
right? That's a troll. Were you really telling him not to do it because it's a simulation? You're like, well, that was my point, but was it though?
Fucking hypocrite. You go on through your video saying, you know, about all this.
Or are you trolling?
Had a lot of bad takes.
Again.
I did. Trust me, I had a lot of bad takes about mental health, and my opinions have changed
Okay.
throughout the years. But
Okay.
then, as you act
There you
on
go.
your high horse,
That's the right thing to say.
FouseyTube was having his mental breakdown. You did a whole podcast roasting him over it.
You made a documentary, dude.
No.
Or if he's just on a manic rampage.
I think, it seems very manic.
Yeah.
It seems very manic.
Training bra. You got a training bra on for some luscious breasts you've been.
Knowing what we know now, yeah, that was pretty bad. But I don't know if that's a fair comparison.
You tried to roast me for my hoodie. You said I looked like a 12-year-old. And then the whole internet had to remind you and roast you, this is how you dress.
I remember that. What does that have to do with anything, though? Oh, he's a hypocrite. Okay. Okay, but using the argument that he's a hypocrite, you're also kind of admitting that you were shitty for doing that. I'm getting shit for doing this when he did that. Okay, but that shit was still bad.
You went after my sponsors. You went after my sponsors. If you think the YouTube...
That was a big deal, or at least people were talking about it.
You gotta be out of your mind. You have ushered in this new era.
I don't know if he started that whole trend, though. I kind of feel like that was happening before.
You started this.
Disney left, PewDiePie, Logan. Not Logan, Jake.
They don't deserve to have fucking hate because of our beef. Attica's fans don't need to relive this bullshit. It's always lies, deception, manipulation, clips out of context. Oh, the big bad Keemstar has been after me forever and it's had a huge toll on my mental health. You said, thank God I have the support group around me. Well, I have a support group around me.
Oh, no.
And I can't wait for you to see them because they're really pissed off.
He ends the video by threatening him with his viewers. I'm glad you got a support system. So do I, and they're gonna end you. That was... okay. That's kind of exactly what I was expecting. Alright, I've got some chicken waiting for me, so this is gonna be quick. Ooh, it's lunchtime, right on the dot. 12:01. I'm kind of still on H3's side for this. Keemstar made some points, but a lot of his arguments were that, you know what, this is something a lot of scummy people would do. You know what? Like, H3's being hypocritical, okay? He's saying I'm doing this scummy thing when he also did that scummy thing. Okay. It's like, how was I to know he was having mental health issues when I was, you know, being a douchebag to him? You know what I mean? Like, a lot of his arguments were, I don't know, just kind of wasn't buying it. Although, I got to admit, this reaction more like was the equivalent of skimming through like an article. But I got the gist of it, and yeah. You know, I follow him on Twitter, and I pretty much got heard a lot of, you know, the answers I was expecting. He did do a lot of positive stuff you know, tweeted out a lot of positive stuff in addition to the negative stuff. But, you know, some people don't. Well, I'm pretty negative, but for not for people with issues. Well, Trump. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's just the risk you take when you're an internet troll. I mean, I'm a bit of an internet troll, let's be honest, but definitely not to Keemstar's extent. I have a line. Well, that's a bit further back than his. That got a lot of views. I need to do more videos of just me talking to the camera. No, for real though. Like ghost stories and movie reviews and stuff. That'd be cool. Alright, well, if you got a kick out of this, odds are you're also, but Mike is acting funny today. I'll have to adjust the volume levels after, but it was like super sensitive and now it's not. I'll fix it. I'll make it sound good. Boy, I'm just fishing for stuff to talk about now in this video. Alright, if you got a kick out of this, you'll probably also get a kick out of that. You know, when he's talking about the editing. I'm Snoopaloo.